A few years ago, I bought a farm for me and my son. It started as a hobby, a way to distract myself from the loss of my ex-wife. Eventually, it grew into a small business, and I began supplying local diners with produce. Things were going great, but everything started to unravel after I met my new girlfriend, Mindy. Strange things began appearing in my mailbox: grains of uncooked rice, a bouquet of dead flowers, and, most disturbingly, my old wedding band. Around the same time, some chickens started going missing from one of the hen houses in my backyard. I assumed it was the work of coyotes or foxes, and set up motion detector lights and cameras to catch them in the act. But none of them ever worked. After trying my fifth set, I gave up on them entirely. My son, Sean, had just reached the age where he was losing baby teeth. After receiving his first dollar from the tooth fairy, he became obsessed with the idea of exchanging teeth for money. One night, I caught him stuffing small black pebbles under his pillow. When I asked him what he was doing, he told me he had put chicken teeth under there to trick the tooth fairy. I laughed and tried to explain to him that chickens didn't have teeth, but he insisted they did, because he found them in the hen house. Amused, I decided to humor him. After dinner, we armed ourselves with flashlights and stepped out the kitchen's back door to search for his elusive chicken teeth. As we passed the barn, something felt off. The pigs were wide awake and had crowded into a corner of their pen, staring toward the hen house. They were making soft, quick snorting sounds, almost like they were hyperventilating. Sean didn't seem to notice. He skipped along, singing a little song about chicken teeth. Then I heard something else, a wet smacking and crunching sound coming from the hen house. My stomach tightened. This had to be whatever was killing my chickens. I scooped Sean up and rushed him back to the house, locking the door behind us before grabbing my rifle. I sprinted back to the hen house, gun in hand. But the horrible munching sound had stopped. Instead, I found a message written in smeared blood on the floor. "Till death do us part." A scream rang out from the house. "Sean." I ran back, heart pounding. The back door was locked. Another scream. I kicked the knob until the door burst open. My breath caught as I saw more messages scrawled across the walls, floor, and countertops in deep crimson. Cheater, liar, adulterer. I didn't stop to read the rest. I bolted for Sean's room. Bursting through the door, I found him curled in the corner of his bed, sheets pulled up to his eyes. "Sean, are you okay?" He didn't answer. His eyes were locked on something behind me. Slowly, I turned around and came face to face with the decayed, rotting form of my ex-wife. She shrieked and lunged at me. Shocked, I lost my balance, crashing to the floor as she clawed and snapped at my face. Desperate, I shoved my rifle between us, using it to push her back. My grip was slipping. My hands were slick with sweat. I watched in horror as a centipede wriggled out from one of her nostrils and disappeared beneath her hollowed-out eye socket. Suddenly, she stopped biting. Her head jerked violently, as if something inside her was trying to get out. Then, her mouth opened wide, and a wave of insects poured out, covering my face. I gagged, rolling over, wiping at my skin, spitting out bugs. My rifle slipped from my grasp. In that moment, she struck, sinking her teeth into my arm. Pain shot through me like fire. I felt something snap. I screamed, yanking my arm free. Her decayed teeth tore away with it. I scrambled backward, blindly reaching for my gun, my vision blurred by pain. My fingers found the stock, shaking, I aimed, using my shattered arm to brace the barrel, and fired. The shot blew her face apart, sending bits of rotted flesh scattering across the room. She twitched on the floor, dark ichor and insects oozing from the gaping wound. I didn't wait to see if she would get up again. I grabbed Sean with my good arm and bolted for the truck. Her piercing wails followed us all the way down the driveway, only drowned out when the radio suddenly crackled to life. We were halfway to the police station when my stomach dropped. Mindy was supposed to come over after dinner. My shaking hands fumbled for my phone. I had Sean try calling her, but it went straight to voicemail. I turned the truck around. My foot was like lead on the gas pedal, the world blurring past. As I neared the house, I saw Mindy's car in the driveway. Slamming the brakes, I jumped out and ran inside. The house was silent, the kind of silence that screams danger. Every floorboard creaked like gunfire as I moved. I checked every room. Nothing. The only place left was my bedroom. I pushed open the door and nearly collapsed from the overwhelming stench. Mindy lay sprawled across the bed, her stomach hollowed out. It looked as though something had scooped her insides clean. Moonlight from the window cast eerie shadows on her exposed ribs, making them look like monstrous teeth lining a cavernous maw. Carved deep into her forehead were two words: gutless traitor. My vision swam. My knees buckled. I stumbled back, slipping on something warm and wet, a discarded piece of intestine. I ran. I ran straight to the truck, threw it into gear, and didn't stop until we were miles away. The police believed my story. A deranged woman had broken in, chased us out, and murdered my girlfriend. They never found the killer. More importantly, they never found my ex-wife. We've moved since then. City life suits us. Fewer shadows, fewer hiding places, but the nightmares haven't stopped. Sometimes, in the dead of night, I wake up to the faintest sound, a scratching at the window, the rustling of sheets when I know I haven't moved. And then there are the whispers, the soft giggle of a woman just outside my door. And this morning, Sean ran up to me, eyes wide with excitement. "Look, Dad," he said, uncurling his small fingers to reveal tiny, dark, rotting pebbles. "I found chicken teeth under my bed this morning. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please like, share, and subscribe.